Just joining us, we're following the breaking news out of Haiti. The largest, most powerful earthquake in the region's history has crippled the country, measuring 7.0. Its epicenter was just a few miles outside the capital, Port-au-Prince.
On nearly every square inch of open space in Port-au-Prince, the homeless had begun to set up tent cities with whatever materials that they could find.
As aid arrived in the city, people began to gather around community-oriented venues and public places such as the airport, the National Cathedral, a local golf course, and Stade Silvio Couture. Archived satellite images from Google Maps allow us to analyze the migration patterns of Haitians at 3 points in time, right before the earthquake, a few days after the quake, and 1 year later. Those who set up tents next to the runway were forced by the government to clear out a few days after the quake. They moved to the edges of the airport and set up a tent city with others who were displaced in the northeastern part of the city. Additionally, the National Cathedral and its surrounding neighborhoods were completely demolished in the earthquake. A few days after the quake, most people had evacuated to find food and shelter elsewhere. But within the first year after the quake, Haitians had set up a tent city and resurrected the community across from the still debris-covered cathedral. In the southeastern part of the city, Haitians fled to the golf course in Pétionville. Sean Penn's nonprofit organization took over the site, and a year and a half after the earthquake, it housed an estimate of 60,000 Haitians. Finally, a group of Haitians in the southwestern part of the city took shelter in a soccer stadium, Stade Silvio Couture, in the days after the earthquake. A functional camp and community formed inside the stadium until the people were removed by the Haitian Soccer Association. Instead of relocating to Cité Soleil, one of the most dangerous parts of the city, these Haitians formed a tent city around the stadium.
We're almost 2 years out after the earthquake, and we've got relief programs that have been running and operating to meet the needs of 500,000 people that are still living on the streets. We've got some hard decisions to make, and that is, how do we find ourselves transitioning into more permanent solutions, rebuilding the neighborhoods, long-term development programs.
In the beginning, we had 60,000 people living here. We already relocate many of the family down, so you're gonna see. Today, as you can see, we're breaking down a tent, so I'm very happy because it is one family more that we help.
Now it's much better because under the tent it was awful.
We've moved on toward trying to find longer-term sustainable solutions for Haiti.
There is still a lot of room for progress in Haiti. There are hundreds of thousands of Haitians to move into more permanent homes, and millions of tons of rubble still lie in the street. But as Haitians clear the streets and make room for subsidized public housing, they can start to focus on redevelopment and plans for the future.